This world is founded on exploration, a desire to experience something almost extinct. Extreme expeditions, exposing the unknown. This is X-Quest.
This is the mighty Yukon, and it ain't frozen at all. So we hear though it's good up north in Dawson, so it should be okay, but kind of is a rude awakening when you stand here at the edge of it and go, okay, we're riding on this?
The year was 1900. The Klondike Gold Rush was over, and desperate miners were flocking from all over the Northwest to the next big strike in Nome, Alaska. It was early spring when Roadhouse manager Max Hirschberg and a young miner named Ed Jessen decided to head out from Dawson City on their separate journeys to Nome. Thousands had already made the journey along the Yukon River, but these two men chose bicycles for transport, and in doing so, rode into the pages of Gold Rush history.
The fact that a guy rode his bicycle across Alaska for 1,400 miles in the middle of winter over 100 years ago on a bike, it's just right there. It grabs it. It's just outrageous, and I thought it'd be pretty neat to do it again.
When he said, you want to go, I said, you betcha.
We're not out there to make a lot of money, we just love to do it. And we enjoy sharing it with people too, so.
In 2003, 3 outdoor enthusiasts hoped to be the first to recreate the historic rides of Hirschberg and Jessen.
It snowed like a foot, and we figured there's nothing left except markers. So we figured we'd be pushing for the next 100 miles. But amazingly, if you can imagine that over that period of time, a pack of wolves have used the track and packed down, in effect, just like a dog team would, the track for us. So here we are following this pack of wolves as we ride down the trail. This feels like the ultimate off-road cycling. You're kind of cruising along, there's nobody, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and somehow you're riding your bike. It's just so surreal.
We're at Slavin's Roadhouse, about 60 miles from Circle on the Yukon River. And this is an example of the type of thing Ed Jessen or Max Hirschberg would have run into along the way. Wood, fire, bed, cook outside, cook on the stove here as well. And then upstairs, more of the same. You can see the walls in this one, it's the original wood beams from back around the turn of the century when it was built. So nice and cozy, no need to set up a tent. Jessen had it easy. Wish we had a personal cook when we stopped. Giddy up.
We are in the Big Delta, and it's really kind of cool. It's weird, like almost like a moonscape along here, and we're I guess gonna hit into some better ice again. But I'm kind of having fun on this stuff.
You kind of forget that you're traveling on like a meter thick slab of ice that has like a 10-mile-an-hour current underneath it, or that you're going over an open ocean that's, 1,000 feet deep kind of thing. All right, so this is what happens when it gets soft and punchy. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it. You can't ride. At this point, all you can do is push. Otherwise, you're just gonna ride yourself right down to the ground and never get anywhere. So, onward we push. And we thought we could ride this trail fast.
How far to go?
14 miles to go. And 2 miles an hour. I don't even want to think about it. Off we go.
You know, who knows what the coast will have, but we should have some good riding for.
You think about the grizzlies coming
tomorrow. Oh, they're always talking about that. I'm not too
shot one yesterday.
worried about that. Did they? Where at?
She just back along the portage.
Huh. Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll be scared of a bike.
We got overflow here, and we look like we are going out for our dance party. Look at this. I look like a speed skier.
In the twilight of an Alaskan winter, things are starting to heat up for a team of adventure cyclists on a quest to ride into the history books.
These garbage bags don't work at all.
So if you're doing adventures, things will happen that aren't expected to happen. That's the nature of adventure. I think that's really the dictionary version of it, is the unexpected. And you got to enjoy the unexpected and things that just happened that you didn't plan, and how do you deal with it.
How's that, Andy?
Not too bad. Not as cold as the other one.
In the West Coast Trail and in a record summer the first year, we kind of met each other in 10 hours. And then since then, he's done his thing and I've done my thing. We went to Java together. And so I know Kevin through a lot of expeditions. And we've done a lot of things together. We live about 3 blocks away from each other. And we're best of friends.
Good, clear, fun. Let's make it happen, baby.
The biggest challenge was now to come. Alaska's Norton Sound. A 50-kilometer dash across the now unstable ice of the Bering Sea. Massive storms, breaking sea ice. Either could spell disaster for the team.
Approaching halfway across. Got to keep moving. Things are darkening up. Clouds are filling in. Sun is gone. Yeah, so we got to keep on moving. Get nailed in the storm out here, and you got nowhere to go.
At first we started seeing foxes, kind of wondering what the hell the foxes are doing that way out in the ice. And then we started to see all these black dots, and then we had to realize these black dots are moving. So in fact they're seals. So there's all these blowholes out here, and it's just unreal to think you're actually out here riding a bike on the ocean with seals around you. What's the next thing to see? A polar bear.
Unless something miraculous happens tomorrow, we're going to make it into Nome, and I guess that's the essence of adventure, is kind of undertaking something you're not really guaranteed that you're going to pull off, and then if you do pull it off, awesome, and if you don't, well, it's certainly an adventure anyway trying to. And I think that good old Justin and Hirschberg were mad. It was brutal what they did. Incredible. They're tougher than me, I can tell you.
After almost 2 months pushing and riding across the Alaskan wilderness, 3 extreme adventurers are now painfully close to their final destination.
I want to get drunk and smoke. Falling on my face drunk, with a lit cigarette falling out the side of my mouth, and a bottle of booze teetering precariously in my grasp. Forget Justin, it's basically just to earn the beer, and the only way to do it is from Dawson to Nome. You have to take a bike along with you. So that's what the trip's really about. It's not bikes on ice, it's bikes on ice in brackets for booze.
when Ed Jessen came down through here, people were in the city looking with binoculars, and then within a short period they realized this guy was on a bike. He was hailed as a hero when he got there because he brought these newspapers from the outside world, and that was the only way to get information, was people on the trail giving it to them. They couldn't get it any other way. So we thought it would be a neat idea to redo this.
The papers are the Vancouver Sun and the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, just like it was 100 years ago. Actually, it would be about 102 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, we're here. I don't know. I don't really have any strong emotions right now. A little bit out of it, but I'm glad to be here.
The journey is the whole purpose of it, and then the end is kind of the end of the journey, so it's kind of the end of the good times.
Good trip? To Nome? Bikes on ice.
It's only afterwards that it kind of slowly dawns on you, and you feel really good about it. But you certainly don't stride in there feeling like you're something special. You kind of just meekly come in and you're done and you're happy. And in a way, you almost don't want to speak to a lot of people. You're just absorbed in the moment and really happy with what you did. It's something that you carry with you the rest of your life.
"49 days, 103 years. The goal this time was not Nome itself, but the journey. No one waited for their arrival. No fanfare was made. But they had done it. Together.
High five! All right, guys. That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else to say? Anyone else?